Okay, my gamers, let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something, because you're gonna freaking hate me. You better get ready to dumb this video down. You better dumb this video down right now, because I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna give you a few reasons on why, and my thoughts on why the Nintendo Switch 2 has better value than the Steam Deck OLED. Why? And y'all gonna hate me. I don't care. Thumb the video down, because it's about to be a good one. Buckle your seatbelts, because I'm about to go all the way in. Right here on CMG. This is CMG. What is going on, everybody out here in YouTube land? This is CMG, and I'm coming at you with another video, with an exciting video. Oh my freaking God. But first, hey, it is what it is. It is what it freaking is. The shades. You know what it is. Like you're not stupid, right? You're not stupid. It's the freaking shades. It's the God damn it, it's the goddamn shades, man. Damn it. Because I'm about to freaking blow this shit up, man. I'm gonna blow this joint up, baby. You know why? Because watch time from subscribers. Watch time subscribers, those that have not subscribed, is 70.8% has not subscribed, and 29.0% has subscribed. So 70.8% has not subscribed. So again, what have you been waiting for, my people? Hit that subscribe button. Smash that subscribe button, because I got more stuff coming. It's not gonna stop. The content is gonna get better, and it's gonna get better, and I'm going to improve the content. The quality of the videos is gonna improve even greater, and I'm going to go to new heights. Goddamn right. But now let's get right into this epic video and showdown. And in this video, I'm gonna tell you, why do I think the Nintendo Switch will have a better value than the Steam Deck? Why?
Tell us, please.
You will find out. And right before you get started, the Nintendo Switch 2 final specs have been confirmed. Game chat has a significant impact on system resources. Yes, we know that. It has significant impact. Now, that's not what this video is about, but I will be talking about on the next video. There will be a video I will be comparing the Nintendo Switch 2 specs versus the Steam Deck specs, and why that the Steam Deck is more powerful. But that's a whole nother video. In this video, it's about the value. Nintendo Switch having better value. And first and foremost, listen to this. Choose your Steam Deck.
Again with this nonsense.
Why does a Steam Deck have less value than the Switch, and why the Switch 2 has better value than the Steam Deck? Because when you choose your Steam Deck, listen, you're gonna get 1 terabyte OLED, okay, for $649, and again, $549. That's basically for the Nintendo Switch, $550 and $399 for LCD. Now think about this. You might look at this, yeah, you playing $399 and you get a variety of a lot of the games. You know, you get, but you get in 1280 by 800 LCD display, 7 dynamic display size, up to 60 gigahertz refresh rate, Wi-Fi 5, 40 Wi-Fi battery, 8 hours of gameplay, content independent, 45 watt power supply, carrying case, Steam profile bundle. Yes, you'll get all the bundles for $399. Yes, it's cheaper for their old version, because that's the version that I had. I had the OG version Steam Deck, but the Steam Deck OLED, you're going to be paying $150 more, and this one has a 7.4 dynamic display size, up to 90 hertz refresh rate, and this has Wi-Fi 6E, 50 watt hour battery, which probably be the only thing that's better. This will have a 45 power supply. This will have 16 gigabytes of RAM. But here's the thing, here's the kicker. You're gonna have to buy a separate Steam Deck dock for $79, or you can get one on Amazon for cheaper prices, like I already told you that. But why? Again, this is not explaining why does the Nintendo Switch has better value than that Steam Deck that I just showed you. Well, let's go here with the Nintendo Switch. Yes, you're gonna have the version $550, and you have the $500 version. Now, the $500 version of the Switch doesn't have the game. $550 version has Mario Kart World, and that game is going to be impacted by millions. It's going to buy that game, all right? And not only that, here's another reason why the Nintendo Switch. That's one reason. The other reason is you're gonna have Joy-Con detach. You're gonna be able to detach the Joy-Cons from the Nintendo Switch. You cannot attach the Joy-Cons from the Steam Deck. You can't do that even with the ROG Ally. Now, the Legion Go you can, but with the Steam Deck, you cannot do it. You'll be able to detach the controllers and do all kinds of things. Also, here's another reason, the Joy-Con tools, you'll be able to play this system in the mouse mode. You can play this with mouse controls. So playing a game like Call of Duty, you'll be able to have mouse controls with the Steam Deck and motion controls. All right, read this again: mouse controls and motion controls.
You know it.
You're not going to get that with the Steam Deck. You might have some motion controls because it came from the Switch anyway with Rumble. HD Rumble 2 with the Switch, which is why it's a better volume, okay? You people might think I'm freaking crazy. Now, honestly, you can play thousands of goddamn games on Steam Deck. You could do all kind of emulations and all kind of stuff. You can go and put Windows on there. You got to do a whole lot of works and over. You know, SteamOS is pretty good. You're talking about Nintendo here that started it all. And then with the Nintendo Switch, you're going to be able to have those type of features. Also, another reason why the Nintendo Switch 2 is a better value than the Steam Deck, you're gonna have, you know, tabletop mode. In the tabletop mode, which it has the handle, which you don't have on the Steam Deck. You don't have tabletop mode. You'll be able to have tabletop mode on the Steam Deck, and it comes with a state-of-the-art dock. As you see in the video, the state-of-the-art dock is going to be amazing. It's going to be technology. It also has that controller snap. You can snap it in and everything. You has the, I've shown you the differences here, and you have that you can see that the stock has its own fan. With the system has its fan, but the dock has its own fan to cool the system, to keep it cool, because you're going to need to keep that damn baby cool for all the power that it's going to be having. You're going to need to keep it cool. The Steam Deck, you cannot do that with the Steam Deck. None of the docks can be able to do that. The Nintendo Switch 2 is state of the art. You people are fools. You're goddamn idiots. I don't know where y'all coming from, but that's another reason. Bruh. I'm gonna go to another reason, because the Nintendo Switch 2 has game chat. Now, understand, you have game chat on the Steam Deck, yes, but this has video game chat where you can chat with friends at any time using the C button, share your game screen while chatting to show what you up to, and for more personal touch, connect the face-to-face with the Nintendo Switch 2 camera and other compatible USB-C camera, each sold separately. And you have additional games, so you can see the difference here is all, you can see the different screens here of the game chat, and they chatted up with their friends and everything, having a great old time, 4-on-4, and you can have it live, or you don't have to have it a live chat. Nobody's asking that, but this one has game chat, voice chat. It will have Bluetooth. If you want to have a Bluetooth speaker, it's going to have all of that. Wi-Fi 6, everything that the Steam Deck has, the Switch has it as well. Oh, by the way, the Nintendo Switch also going to come with a 120 hertz LCD display.
It's just getting started.
120 hertz, not 90, 120 hertz. HDR is also on the Nintendo Switch 2. You're going to have HDR, 120 hertz display. It's going to also have VRR, variable refresh rate, on the Nintendo Switch. The Steam Deck doesn't have variable refresh rate as well. You're going to have variable refresh rate. You're going to have all of the features. You're going to have the latest. I just can't go. I mean, listen. You're also, another reason why the Nintendo Switch is a better value than the Steam Deck, you're going to have a version of all of the Nintendo Switch games legally.
Did you hear what he said? I heard what he said. Did you hear what he said? I heard what he said.
You can be able to play all of the Nintendo Switch games legally. Nintendo's game, old school Nintendo games, old school Super Nintendo games, Game Boy Advance games. Yes, Sega Genesis is in there too. So you're gonna have a collection of all of the games for basically $20. Now, if you have it for $50 a year, you'll be able to play all of the games. And not only that, you will also be able to get all of the free upgrades that comes with the Nintendo Switch. All of the free upgrades, like for the Zelda Breath of the Wild, you'll be able to get all of the, anything that comes with the upgrade. It will be for free if you get the full $50 internet version. But I got the $20, so I don't really need that. You can get it to $20 video. That's only for once a year. You only pay one time a year. And understand the internet is free on PC, but that's what you get for the Nintendo Switch. You get all of those benefits. And in addition, I'm not done yet. You will also be able to game share. Lets everybody play game share. Just one game. You'll be able to share your games with additional handhelds with the Nintendo Switch. Now, I guess you could play game share somewhat in the Steam Deck and all that good stuff. Do, you know, Steam and all that other good stuff. You probably get game share. I think there's game sharing, but you could game share with the Nintendo Switch with additional controllers, and you can share it locally. You could play together and all of that. With the Nintendo Switch 2, two systems can use game share to share unsupported games with friends and family, even if they don't have the game. Anyone can play the game. So if you don't have the game, you can still play. and you can share your games in person. The Nintendo Switch 2 system can share compatible games with anyone who has a Nintendo Switch 2 or Switch game system. That way, anyone can play the game even if they don't have it. So if you don't have the game, you can share it. And another reason, it just gets better. Virtual game cards make digital games even easier to use. So all of the games that I had, you can take it with you. So that basically with the Nintendo Switch, if you have a Switch 2 or anything, and you want to, if something's wrong with your Switch and it's not working, and you want to move your game card, it's so freaking easy. You connect the Nintendo Switch to the old Switch, and it goes right to the Nintendo Switch with no problems, like a game card, like a game key card. It just goes right to the next Switch so easily and fluidly. I mean, like you actually downloading the game. It's just so fluidless, man. Like you could have in a game like Zelda Breath of the Wild, and you're in this area, and you want to move it to your Nintendo Switch 2. You press the game key card, it goes right over. You can't do that with the Steam Deck. If you have it, well, man, in a way you would have to re-download the entire game. Well, in a way you can't do with the Steam Deck, because with the Steam Deck you just go to the Steam account and then you just have to re-download all of the games over there, you know, in that way. So you probably could do it, but you just probably have to re-download it. But the Switch has it a lot easier. And yes, you have game key cards as well, so you could be able to take games and sell your games from stores through the game key cards. You cannot do that with the Steam Deck. You can't take games with the Steam Deck and sell it.
No. Definitely not.
With the game Nintendo Switch through the game key cards, because third parties are going to utilize that, you will be able to take your games like Cyberpunk, for instance, which is not going to use the game key card, or Sonic or anything, NBA 2K26, and you want to sell that game, or you want to borrow it, or you want to sell it, use the game key card, and they can download the game from over there. You can remove the game from your system and put it and take it somewhere else with the game key card. You could be able to activate the game, which is fantastic, and I love that. And you can lend game members on your Nintendo account, Family Goo. You can lend your games from each family. You can lend your games through the game key card. Like I was saying, the game virtual games, you can lend your games and everything. This is fantastic, man. This is what you can do. I'm not gonna read all of this, but you know, you can keep it for 14 days, but it goes back. And the last and the main thing on the reason why the Nintendo Switch 2 has the best volume than the Steam Deck is that all of the games that you had on your Nintendo Switch 2, all of the games you had on the Nintendo Switch 2, mostly every bit of it, games like this, Metroid Dread, play on the Nintendo Switch 2. Again, another explosion. Every single game that's been played, that's been made from 2016 to ARMS, all the games I already showed you, you can play it on the Nintendo Switch 2. They already tested it out. So a lot of those games are going to be upgraded to higher resolution. Some of it's going to be game packs, but some games are going to be free upgrades. You will be able to play all of the games on the Nintendo Switch 2. And a lot of the games and the power is a lot better, all right? You're going to get a deal. It's going to be a great deal. Everything is just going to be refined. There's not going to be no freaking tweaks. It's going to be refined to you. You're going to have better vibes. People are going to do this. You don't have to sit there and tuggle with everything all the time. And that's why the Nintendo Switch 2 is the better value. It will be the better value than the Steam Deck. And I own the Steam Deck, and it is, oh man. My gamers, let me know what you think about this. Just let me know what you think about this video about the Nintendo Switch 2 being a better value than the Steam Deck. Let me know in the comments. Let it all out in the goddamn comments. Let it all out the fucking comments. If you don't like this, thumb the video down. Let it all out in the comments. And all I have got to say is, everybody out here in YouTube land, is sound off in the goddamn comment section and tell me what you think about this video about the Nintendo Switch having more value than the Steam Deck OLED. And don't forget to hit that like button, share, subscribe to see AMG, and to smash this like button, smash subscribe, hit the notifications if you want more videos like this as you've seen today. Listen, it is what it is. Nintendo Switch has better value. That's all I gotta say. And I got more videos coming away. The next video will be the Nintendo Switch 2 is more powerful than the Steam Deck, and here's why I say that. Stay tuned for that. Videos coming up. The Nintendo Switch 2 is more powerful than the regular Steam Deck and the Steam Deck OLED. Here's why. Stay tuned for that video, and I got more dope stuff coming. All I gotta say is thumb this video down if you don't like it, but if you don't, it is what it is. But I gotta say, Nintendo Switch is here and it's coming. Let's go Nintendo. Hey, all love for all the other handhelds, but this is what it is. Nintendo has better value. Switch 2 all day. Peace.
Nintendo, now you're playing with power.